Hey up viewers, it's pasta night. And what goes better with pasta than a big old chunk of garlic bread, eh? And what's better than when the garlic bread is soaked up the pasta sauce at the bottom and then you eat that and it's all saucy and a little bit crispy and it's fantastic in every way. So I was thinking about doing a pasta dish. I mean, I love pasta, you love pasta, everyone in the world loves pasta. But how you can supersize a bit of pasta is completely beyond me. I don't know whether you do the actual pasta itself, and I mean, it just doesn't kind of sit right. But do you know what does sit right with me? A supersized bit of garlic bread. And then you may be thinking, well, that seems a bit boring. That's basically just a loaf of bread with garlic butter on it. And you'd be completely right. But fortunately enough for you, innovation struck like lightning, and I have a super new sort of little mini series to crack on with. So how it works is that what I'm going to do, rather than supersizing an entire dish or supersizing one sort of like pasty or pie, etc., I'm going to supersize one singular part of a dish which obviously I love and like eating, and turn it into the utensil that holds the dish, i.e. the bowl. So this is not just a loaf of bread, thank you very much, it is a bowl of garlic bread. Garlic bread made out of bowl, a garlic bread bowl, which holds pasta. So you get the soggy garlic breadness, which obviously I wanted from before. So if you are an avid watcher, I have roadmapped a few out, so there will be a few coming up soon where a part of the meal holds the rest of the meal. I call it edibles, it's edibles. It's a weird title, but it looks right if you read it. So, long vocal intro over. This is episode 1 of the new Edibles series. It is the garlic bread pasta bowl. I'm sure you probably could have worked that out. So, I started with making some bread. Nice and simple. Now, I mean, obviously a lot of people on this site, on TikTok, on Instagram, they like to make sourdough breads, and this takes forever. So I thought I would ask my good friend ChatGPT what is the easiest bread to make, the quickest bread to make, and it said this Italian bowl is Boule, don't know how you pronounce it.
It's a traditional Italian bread, and the name just comes from the Italian pagnarta, but boli is the way a lot of people say it.
So, boli. I made a very simple, very easy, no need Italian boli, encrusted with parmesan, black pepper and garlic, which was magic. And I tell no word of a lie, as simple as it comes, this bit of bread. It quite simply is strong white bread flour, a bit of salt, some instant yeast and some water. You don't need to knead this fella, you just sort of combine it into a shaggy dough, put it into an oiled bowl, put a cover over it and let it to rise for 12 to 18 hours. Or in layman's terms, make it in the evening, go to bed, do some bits in the morning and it's done. Then you need to fold it over itself a few times, make a little ball shape, let it rise for another half an hour to an hour, and he's good to go into a scorching hot oven. After about half an hour and 45 minutes of playing around with some foil tents, you can take the fella out and look at him there. He's lovely. Now, it does ruin the aesthetics of the bread, which is quite depressing, but it is the aim of the game. We do need to take the top off it and then obviously dig out some of the bread. But if you do have some butter handy, it does make for a good mid-baking snack. So I dug out some of the fluffy bread on the inside, took it to one side, scrammed that off camera. So it does turn out into like a nice pasta bowl shape. It's then on to the time of making the garlic butter part of the garlic bread, which to be fair is quite simple. Just mince up some garlic, quite a fair bit of garlic, or in my case grate loads of garlic, and then finely chop it, put it into some melted butter, not on the heat, just let it kind of absorb the flavors there, and then chop up some parsley, or if you're in my case do thyme, because we don't have any parsley and that's the only thing I've got on hand. So, and then we just quite simply brush it into the bread and the inside of the boule. Now, I know the way that I did this pasta isn't proper, it isn't right, and I don't want to offend anyone, especially the Italians, because obviously they make this pasta fantastic, and some of the ingredients here in the south of England just aren't all that accessible. So it is one that replicates a famous Italian pasta that begins with C, rhymes with schmarbonara. Now the reason why I'm not going to go ahead and call it the Big C pasta quite simply is because I don't or cannot get guanciale anywhere near me at all, so I just use smoked bacon lardons. And on top of that, it seems to be near on impossible to find fresh egg spaghetti. I was going to try and make it myself, but then that seemed even more complicated, and considering I just made some bread, I don't just want to complicate this entire video up with flour. So I got a fresh egg tagliatelle instead. So, I mean, I'm not going to go ahead and call it the name that we all, know. I've kind of made it clear what it's kind of imitating. I'm just going to call this Giant's Pasta. So for my Giant's Pasta, I boiled off to an al dente standard my fresh egg tagliatelle pasta. I then fat reduced and fried off my bacon lardons and combined them in a pan together, took it off the heat and mixed that with a whisked concoction of a truckload of black pepper, some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, 2 whole eggs and 4 separate egg yolks, which I then tempered with some pasta water and mixed it into the pasta on and off the heat, slowly but surely. It was done in a matter of minutes, really. It's a fantastic pasta to make, Giant's Pasta. You should try it yourself. So here's me offloading the pasta into the garlic bread bowl, the pasta bowl made out of garlic bread, and then just topping it off with a fantastic another bit of Parmesan cheese. Finding a escapee bacon lardon, so crowning the pasta with that, and then just diving straight in. If I'm honest, that's dinner sorted for me. It was, top notch. You can tear away at the bowl, you can use that as a garlic bread. I mean, all in all, fantastic.